Hello. So a question was posed on my Facebook group, and the question was. By the way, you can join my Facebook group on the group section on my Facebook page, Lamarr Townsend, Facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. The question was, which sign does Capricorn clash the most with? And the person who posed the question in my Facebook group said that for them it was Sagittarius. All right. And then another fellow Capricorn, who's on a Sagittarius cusp, said that for her it was Scorpio. And then I answered, for me it is Cancer and sometimes Sagittarius, and I'm also on a Sag cusp. So this got me thinking. Like, I wanted to pose the question to my followers and subscribers, who are Capricorns out there or who aren't Capricorns. Like, Capricorns, what are the zodiac signs that you have the most, that you clash with the most? And then, zodiac signs out there, what zodiac sign are you, and do you clash with Capricorns? I mean, I'd like to know. Yeah, for me, I find that it's mostly Cancers and Sagittariuses. Um, Sometimes it can be Aries. Sometimes it can just be the fire signs, me and the fire signs. A lot of the times it can be me and Cancer. Sometimes it can be me and Pisces. Me and Scorpio get along quite well, but I would say the repeat offenders I find. Sometimes it can be Gemini too. The repeat offenders I find are typically Sagittarius and Cancer. You know. Um, it's interesting because I'm on a Sagittarius cusp. I was born December 27th. And my Mars and Mercury are in Sag, so I'm like, you would think I would get along with Sag, but I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm hot headed, and then you couple that with a Capricorn. I'm stubborn, so you know how that is. And then me and Cancers, I don't know. Me and Cancer seem to get along really well in the beginning, but then some rift happens where there's like a miscommunication or a misunderstanding. Instead of addressing that, me and the Cancer choose to be stubborn and not talk to one another or ignore one another. Ignore text messages, which is only going to make the person even madder, because we're polar opposite zodiac signs. So, we have polar opposite qualities, yet we have the same qualities at the same time. So, those are my repeat offenders, are for me Cancer and Sagittarius. Um, Sometimes I'll have issues with Scorpio, but I mean, it's not really ever that big of a deal. I don't know why. My Venus is in Scorpio, my Pluto is in Scorpio. But, like, the repeat offenders for me are definitely Sagittarius and Cancer. So, what about you guys? What are your issues? By the way, I have a lot of Sag friends, I think for Sag, there never really seems to be a grudge, and if it does, it tends to come from my side, but it's never really a grudge. It's just, oh, I don't associate with that person anymore. Oh, I don't really talk to that person anymore. Like, that's how I approach it. Um, with Cancer, it's usually more deeper. It's usually like a grudge, you know what I'm saying? Um, and it's usually deeper, it's not, just, oh, I don't associate with that person. With a Cancer, it's like, oh, there are feelings involved, so it's like, oh, I don't like that person. Oh, that person made me feel, that person treated me, you know what I'm saying? So it's really interesting how with each relationship, with different elements, it has its own dynamic, that forms the foundation. um so I don't know, it's really, really interesting. I thought it was an interesting question, an interesting topic. So, um which zodiac signs do you clash the most with? Which zodiac signs do I clash the most with? Um, as a Capricorn, I clash the most with Cancers and Sagittarius, I think. Sometimes I clash with Aries. Sometimes I clash with Leo, but I think it seems to be more long lasting because with an Aries, it's just like, oh, we're both done. We're both done. I don't even want to associate with you, anymore. we're just done with each other. With the Leo, it's like, you know, we're over it, you know, and if we're close friends, like, we'll go back to being close friends, you know. It's really interesting like that with the Leo. With the Sag, though, like, it seems to linger a little bit for some reason with me. And with the Cancer, it definitely seems to linger. Sometimes with the Pisces, it'll linger. But I find typically it's coming from my side, you know, a lot of the times. It seems. But, you know, not everything is as it seems. So, you know, it's interesting. But yeah, I don't really have an issue. Sometimes I have issues with Gemini, but I think a lot of the times it's the Geminis having issues with themselves and bringing me into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's typically my situation with the Gemini. I don't have problems with Libras typically because my moon's in Libra. So, you know, like, I love Libras. Aquariuses are cool. I don't really ever have issues with the earth signs, like, at all, ever, you know, because I'm a Capricorn sun, Venus, or Virgo rising. And then I just get along with Taurus. I think my midheaven is in Taurus, so I don't know, like, never have a problem with any of the earth signs. The fire signs, you know, can be, you know, a bit of an issue. You know, the water signs, you know, can be a little bit, you know, here and there, but other than that, like, I'm all good, you know, over here. I'm good in the hood, you know. So I would like to know what your situation is. What zodiac signs do you clash the most with? Do you clash with any of the zodiac signs? Is there a zodiac sign you just cannot stand? I have to be honest, there's not a zodiac sign I can't stand. You know, while I may clash a lot with Cancers, I don't not like them. You know, there are a lot of Cancers out there that I enjoy. I just don't know if we would make the best friends, you know? Interestingly enough, my Venus is in Scorpio, so I think probably my match is a Scorpio, or someone who has, like, Scorpio in his chart, or, you know, water in his chart. It would be interesting if he had, like, a strong Cancer in his chart. Like, that would be really, really interesting. I think it would be, well, I don't want to predict. I don't want to put anything out there, but it would be interesting, I think. Because I just don't know what it is about Cancers, me and Cancers, but I don't know if I'm too insensitive. I think that might be what it is. I'm too insensitive sometimes, you know, and then with, like, Sagittarius, I'm just, I don't know what it is with me and Sagittarius either. It's, like, different with each Sagittarius too. Like, one Sagittarius I had an issue with because he was just way too inconsistent, not reliable. He would make plans and then not, like, contact me at all. So I just got rid of him. I just cut him off, you know. I'm trying to think of if there were any other Sages I've had issues with. I don't think there are any other Sages I have issues with. Sages also will pick at you too, like, you know, when they know they have an issue with you, just they'll like poke the bear. That irks me. I can't stand that, you know. But anyways, but yeah, and then Cancers, I think maybe I'm just too insensitive for them sometimes. I think I'm too cold sometimes for Cancers. You know, I think that's what it is. I think I'm just too insensitive and cold sometimes. You know? But I can't change who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, you know, I just can't. So, alright, this is my video on the zodiac signs I clash the most with as a Capricorn. I'd like to know what zodiac signs you clash with. Please comment below. If you would like your own personal tarot reading, contact me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. If you would like a birth chart reading or love synastry, love compatibility, birth chart reading, once again, contact me on my website. Follow me on my social media and keep in touch with me on my social media. Facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. Instagram @Lamarr Townsend, and also subscribe. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, which zodiac signs do I clash with? Which zodiac signs am I seemingly least compatible with? Okay, I won't say outrightly not compatible, but like, you know, sometimes, you know, it depends, you know. But anyways, every situation is different, every person is different, you know. Just because someone's a Cancer doesn't mean, you know, they couldn't be my best friend, you know, like, I don't doubt that. I've had a lot of, you know, Cancers who are best friends, who I was really good friends with, but at some point, something happened that, you know what I'm saying, just, I don't want to revisit those times, honey. Okay, so let's move on. Let's keep it moving. Okay, thank you for listening and watching, and subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and I'll catch you in the next video, okay? Why won't it stop?